Hello everyone. So in our today's problem, we have to reschedule meetings for maximum free time, and which is problem number two, and a medium level problem in LeetCode. So I would recommend, like if you haven't solved the problem number one of this same problem, it's better to solve this problem first and then comes into that problem. So the problem statement says like you will be given an integer named event time. So this is the total duration of the meeting, and two integer arrays, start time and end time. So start time will define the start time of each meetings, and end time will define the end time of each meeting. So all you have to do, you have to reschedule the meetings and find the maximum free times here. Meeting shouldn't be overlapping, and you can reschedule at most one meeting by moving the start time while maintaining the same duration, means the duration will be same. So, mm, if I take this example, it's a bit hard. So, first we know like how the meeting will look like, huh? So, okay. So our total duration is 10, right? So I'll go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Our first meeting starts at 0 to 1, so this is our first meeting. Then 7 to 8, 10, 9 to 10. Okay, so we have gap here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd say 5, and here is one gap, right? So we have to reschedule the meeting so that we can find the maximum gap, maximum free time. So we can simply take this one. We can simply take this one and put it here. And then our total gap will be 6, right? Is it? And we can only reschedule only one meeting, right? So that's simple. Now, how can you solve this problem? To solve this problem, all we have to do, we have to first find the current gaps, right? So what we can do, um, right. So what we can do, mm, I will take one event array, gaps. So gaps will be our current meetings plus one, means n plus one, right? So gaps array. So in the gaps array, what I will do, so my gaps between my starting and start meeting is 0, right? I hope you know, like, how can you find the gap, right? So all you have to do, you have to have a look at the start time. The start time was 0, so there is no gap between from my start time and my start meeting time. And then end time minus end time of end meeting. End time meeting. So 10 minus 10 will be 0. Now all you have to do 7 minus 1, which is it 6? 1, 2, it was 6. So 6, and then 9 minus 8, which is 1. So you have got your current gaps, right? Now all you have to find you have to. So if you have a look at this question, initially my meeting was yeah, right. Now all we have to find, I will come here at this meeting, we have to find, is there any space after my this meeting so that I can move it here and I can get maximum gap. And also, like for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For example, there is one meeting and there is one more meeting here. So I have to know, is there any meeting? Is there any free space after this one so that I can shift it here? Or is there any space at the beginning so that I can shift here? So I'll find the maximum gap and then I'll shift it here. So means like I know I can shift it, and how will I like look for the gap? I'll look for the gap to my current duration of the meeting. If I explain it again, hmm, here if I explain it again, for example, my meeting duration is 2, but I have gap 1 space of here, right? So I can't move it here, right? That's why I have to know how much gap I have here and my current duration. If my current duration is less than or equal to my gap, then I can move it here. The simple. And then if I move it here, I'll get the free space of here. Have we got it? Right. Same example, if I write again 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, and I'll write here. Okay. Now my duration of the meeting is 2, right? But at the right side I have gap 1, and the left side I have gap 2, right? So I can simply move the my current meeting on the left side, right? And then just add it at the free time. I hope you got it. So how can we know we have free time on left side or right side? For right side, all we have to do, we have um, to kind of prefix some. So I can say max right. So max right, what I'll do, I'll say initially it will be 0, and then I'll say, okay, I can take between 0 to 0 is 0. So what is maximum? 0 or 1? 1 is maximum. And what is maximum? 1 or 6? 6 is maximum. So I will take the maximum value. So I know, like on my first position, I have maximum 6 gap here. On my second position, I have maximum 1 gap after the next meeting. And I'll say max left. Max left. Initially, we can do same like this, but I will do on the go of my current loop. So max left will be 0, and answer will be 0. Okay. Now what we can do, we can run a loop. So loop will be I equal to 1 till n, and then I'll see my all I have to find the duration, right? So I can say duration. Duration is what will be the duration? Duration will be n time of I minus n time of I minus start time of I. So end of I will start if I start from 1, then I minus 1 minus start of I minus 1. That's it. So here the duration will be 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. All I have to do, I have to find if duration is less than or equal of maximum of max right or max left. If I find any value between maximum, the max right and max left, then I'm sure that I can move this fellow, right? Means my answer will be maximum of answer or the addition of these two, right? So gap of I plus gap of I minus 1 and at the same time gap of I minus at the same time when I move this one I am getting this space empty as well, so the duration, current duration, else my answer will be max of answer or just gap of I plus gap of I minus 1. Okay, so I'll explain it to you again. Like, and each time I'm getting max left. So I'm getting the value of max left is max left or gap of I minus 1. Now, max left and max right, you got it, right? And this one, if I explain it to you again, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For example, 10. So, for example, my duration is 2. My duration is 2, and here is one more. Yeah, and there is one more. Now, on my left side, my maximum gap is 1, right? Here, 1. If I change the color, 1. My maximum gap is 1, right? Here. And on my right side, I have gap here 2, and here as well 1, 2, 3, 3. Now my max left will be 3, this one, and max right will be 3, and max left will be 1. But the current duration is 2. So this 2, I can't replace it on my left side, right? All we have to do, we have only one way, is we have to replace it on the right side. And on the right side, as we have, what should I say? As we have free time of 3, we can easily like move it here. And once we move it here, I'm getting this gap plus the duration time. That's why I write gap and plus the duration. At the same time, if I can't move it here, for example, if there is one more here, my bad. For example, there is one more meeting and we don't have any space here, right? So space is only one. We can't move it here. So at this time, all we have to do, we have to move it either this side or this side. So this time, we can't just actually getting reading off of this meeting. So that's why we are not adding the duration of this meeting if I'm not getting any space from my left side or right side. I hope you are able to understand this one. If I code in a code way, so initially I'll take n equal to start time size, right? and I'll take one vector int gaps will be n plus 1, and then what I'll do, I'll find the yeah, and like this gaps of 0. The first value will be when the meeting is started. So for started meeting time 0, and my gaps of n will be yeah, event time minus end time n minus 1. I hope this is. And then I'll run one loop for anti I equal to 1, I less than n, I plus plus, and my gaps of I is equal to the time of I minus and time of I minus 1. That's it. So this is our code for finding gaps, and then I have to find the max left. So I'll do factor and max right, sorry, max right, and then I'll write again n plus 1 for and I equal to this is 0 I no this is n minus 1. So when I'm doing n minus 1, if you have a look, I'll start from this one, right? So this one is n minus 1 because value of n is 3. And n minus 1 will be 2, right? So this will be 0, 1, 2. So that's why I'm writing n minus 1 equal n minus 1, I greater than equal to 0, and I minus minus. That's it. And then I have to write max register right of I equal to maximum of max, which one is maximum of gaps of I plus 1 or max right like that, and kind of I plus 1. That's it. And now I can say my answer is 0 initially, and my max left will be 0 initially. At the end, I'll return the answer. Here I'll write one loop for anti-I equal to, I'll start from, okay, I can start from 0, and then I have to go till n plus 1. Better to start at 1 and then go I till 1, I plus plus. So I'll start from 1 and I'll go till n. So again, value of n is 3. So I'll go till there. Yeah. And as I'm starting from here, 1. Yes. And then each time I can, for finding the current duration, I can say like I minus 1 and time of I minus 1 minus start time of I minus 1. Yeah. So I'll say anti-meeting duration or duration. Yes, I'll say duration. Duration is and time of I minus 1 minus start time of I minus 1. That's it. And all I have to find if duration is less than or equal to means am I able to move my current meeting at the behind of my like next meeting of the previous meeting. So maximum of what is the maximum of max right or max left. If it is, then my answer will be maximum of answer or Oh, the gaps. What gaps I have? Gaps plus gaps of I minus 1. Gaps of I minus 1 plus my current duration, right? Duration. Yes, my answer will be max of answers or gaps of I plus gaps of I minus 1. That's it. And each time I am updating the max left. Max left will be max left or gaps of I minus 1. That's it. And then if I run my code in time determined in time, where is it? On the 8th line. So this one is the end time. Okay. Okay, max right of I, because I have to find my right of I currently which one is max. Yeah. And if I submit my code, that's it. Thank you so much, guys.